So hi everyone, this is Jessica from the Achievement Squad coming at you with another guide for Woven. This is level 4. So as part of this, I'm going to show you how to get every collectible in this chapter. Just as a heads up, there is a full spoiler warning in effect. So yep, I will be showing you parts of the story. Okay, so to get this started, we first off spawn in as Glitch. So you won't actually have Stuffy in this level. Once you've spawned in, you want to face to the left or to the right, and you'll see these kind of snakes getting around, and you want to scan that one to pick up your first pattern in the level. Now these snakes are everywhere, so you'll get multiple opportunities to scan them. Once you've done that, you want to follow the main path forward, and eventually you will come to a river. Okay, so as you come up on the river, you're going to need to use Glitch's light to scare off the piranhas. So light it up and it will move the piranhas away. You can then go forward, and you need to keep rinsing and repeating this until you reach the other side. Now once you're on the other side, you'll see a bunch of plants that can actually eat you. They don't kill you, they just take you in, and you can switch your light back on to get out. However, if you just take a far left, won't be able to reach you. And just in front of the second plant, you will see that there is a scannable patch on the wall to your left just here. So head over to that one to get the second pattern of the game. Now once you've picked up the pattern, you want to move forward down to these kind of plants on the floor. And if you look to the left in the shadows, you'll see a very well camouflaged cave. You want to head on in, and you want to light up the cave to get the first cave in the level. This is cave number 1 out of 3. Once you've exited the cave, continue out the path, and you will have a cutscene trigger with a beetle.
The beetle had taken Stuffy to some sort of metal conclave, awaiting who knew what dark fate. The beetle suddenly seemed to have little eye for Stuffy, retreating into the cave. This could be Glitch's chance. He shouldn't wait.
Now once that is over, you want to start making your way down into the pit. Our good old pal Stuffy is at the bottom, but you only want to go down to this first floor to begin with. So make your way along, and you want to stay to the right, do not go down. You will see, no you won't see because it's pretty well hidden, there is actually a patch on the wall just here. So you want to go right up against the wall, and you want to give that one a scan to get the next pattern of the level. Once you've done that, make your way all the way down to the bottom, and you will be reunited with Stuffy. And once you're down, there's also a blueprint machine for you to collect there.
Stuffy was unharmed and even seemed excited, for it had been a wild ride, but they were once again reunited. Glitch, though, had felt such fear.
Okay, and then you want to interact with the blueprint, so push your left trigger in and push up and select the option to put Glitch into the blueprint machine. And for those of you just joining us for the first time, this is like a kind of Guitar Hero style minigame. You want to make sure your pointers line up to the dots and that they bounce on the yellow dots. So as you can see on the right hand side, you have a set of switches that control the position of the hands on the right hand side. You want to make sure that you hit as many of these dots as possible. You can miss them, it doesn't really matter too much, but once you've got enough, you will unlock the first blueprint out of 4 for this chapter. Once that is over, you want to exit the pit that you're in.
Why had the beetle captured Stuffy, taking him here? And why would he then so suddenly disappear? It could have easily finished what it had begun.
Once you're at the top, you want to make your way over to this plant just here, which you wouldn't be able to have got earlier with just Glitch alone. And you want to stomp your foot down. Don't light up your light, stomp your foot down instead. Scan the plant for the 4th collectible, 4th pattern of this level. Backtrack up to the sewing machine, and then you want to put on the jumping legs And if you haven't already got them on, you probably want to equip the wings because that makes moving around the level a lot faster. Once you've done that, you want to make your way back towards the plant you just scanned, and on the right hand side of that plant you will see a little jump icon. Stand on that one, push the left trigger and select the jump function, and you will drop down to the ledge below. And you want to make your way all the way down, and you want to avoid the plants at the same time. Remember to use Glitch's light to ward off the plants, to get them out of your way, or if they eat you, just do the same thing. And you want to continue down until you reach this area. Once you're in here, you want to head over to the machine, you want to open it up, and then you're going to want to change your legs back to legs that have the ability to stomp. And then you want to change your head over so that you've got the pelican head. So head down to the bottom right hand corner here. If you've been following along, you should have all of these so far. And you equip the pelican head, which will change the different types of noises that Stuffy is able to make. Once you've done that, get out of the machine, and straight in front of you there'll be another plant. Head over to it and avoid the invisible wall. Stomp your foot down and give it a scan. Once you have the plant, we are going to make our way over to cave number 2. So head all the way down, and then when you head inside and you want to be able to light that up, don't forget to fly because it moves you faster. Switch on Glitch's light, and that is cave 2 out of 3. Now you need to exit the cave and make your way back into the center area, and you have to look around probably for these little guys, but there are rats that are running around the area that can be scanned to get the pattern that is called obsidian. Once you scan the rat, head over to the monkeys just here, and you want to do the same thing to them, so scan them and get their pattern. From the monkeys, you want to make your way up the hill that is just on the right hand side to them. At the top of here, you're going to find another plant for you to stomp and scan. Once you've stomped and scanned that one, look to your left and you'll spot an orange bridge. You want to follow that over and down to the end of Peninsula, and you will find your first memory out of 5 for the level.
Images of the jungle, mixed with memories vast, giving new shapes to insights of the past. The jungle was alive but growing out of shape, a refuge for life as a shelter or escape. Metal wasn't safe here, the jungle aimed to protect. A harmony was damaged, it was broken, it was wrecked. There was rivalry that shouldn't be. This all was incorrect. Had the teacher interjected right before it was ejected? Ejected? Who was this teacher, and how had he intervened? What side was he on? Machine or life?
Once you've done that, you want to backtrack down towards the owl, and we're going to use a new kind of mechanic here for the first time. So we're going to use the whistling function. And this requires you to mimic what the owl does. So you'll see as the owl whistles, there's different colors that come off of his head. So you can see he has green, blue, red, and if you look in your menu, you'll see that this correlates to the notes that you've got there. Now you need to mimic exactly what he does, and if you've mimicked it correctly, what he will do, he will fly over and pick up the banana. Once you've done that, you want to lure him over to the monkeys and have him hold the banana in front of them, because why not? And once you've done that, you're going to play a little bit of a prank on the monkeys, so you want to move away. And providing the owl was close enough to the monkeys, what will happen is he will lure them away from the pathway that they were blocking. This will allow you to proceed further forward. You want to follow it down, and on the right hand side you'll find the zebra patch, which you'll need to scan. And then just to the left of the zebra patch, so head down a little bit further, U-turn, there'll be another plant that you can stomp and scan here for the 10th pattern of the game.
Could forebode little good.
Once you've done that, you want to head down the pathway, and you're going to make your way over to a collectible that is hidden in the darkness just here. It's really not that easy to see. And you want to scan this one to get Lapis. So once you've done that, you want to head over to the sewing machine and plug yourself in, and you're going to need to equip any other head than the pelican head that you've got on. So in this case I grabbed the aardvark one because it's just there to begin with. And once you've equipped that, you'll need to fly over the lake using Glitch's light to scare away the piranhas. Once you're on the other side, continue up the hill for a cutscene.
Here a creature seemed to sleep beneath the mushroom glow. At least, it seemed at peace. In this case, insurmountably so.
Okay, so once you've met up with Sloth, you want to kind of head over to the left-hand side here, and on this kind of area there is a patch that is very well hidden. You want to kind of make your way to the little left-hand corner. I get a little bit lost trying to find it here, but just in the very corner here, if you scan, you will find the patch that is called Steel. Once you've done that, you want to head over to the head of the Sloth, and you want to shout in his ear until he rolls over. Once he rolls over the first time, you want to go past his head, and you want to shout again to cause him to roll over one more time. And that will allow you access to the blueprint machine to get the second blueprint of the game.
This place is amazing, though.
Okay, so once you have that one, we're going to need to backtrack a little bit. So go back to his head and you want to shout in his ear till he rolls over again. You want to do that a couple of times until you get past. And once you've done that enough times, you want to make your way around to where his feet are, and you want to stamp your feet just to get him to move. So once you can get past and he's put his arm back down again, for some reason there's an invisible wall there when I was doing it. Make your way around, stomp your feet, and then you will be able to get past into the next area.
This is a bad place for a firefly made of metal. In the sky, they could see a thing that surely couldn't be. That was by no means an ordinary moon, suspended in the sky, so close it could almost be caressed. A tall, towering hill would allow them to get nearby. A gigantic metal machine. Glitch would never have guessed.
So once that cutscene is over, you want to turn around and you're going to do a bit of a backtrack, and you'll find a patch up against the wall here. Scan this one to get the next collectible. So the next pattern is number 13, and this is called Fresh. Once you've done that, you want to make your way into the kind of the center area here, and you'll see these little coral-like snakes rolling around on the floor. I have a little bit of trouble scanning mine here, but eventually they get stuck on top of each other and they stop, and you are able to scan the snake. And then on the left hand side of this area, if you were walking in as if you were coming in, there are a set of rocks. You want to make your way into the far corner of those brown rocks, and at the bottom you will find a plant that you can stomp and scan. Once you've done that one, you want to make your way up the hill, and you want to hang a left and follow the wall around. As you get towards the end, you'll see there is a patch in the middle of the floor, just by the lake over here. You want to give that one a scan. Once you've picked that one up, if you turn around, you will see there's a fork in the pathway. Take a right, and then at the end of here, you will find your next memory.
Stuffies had lived here, safe from metal, safe from fear. After Glitch's birth deep in the earth, all had gone wrong after losing the song. Machines had come and taken them away, but to where and how he could not say. That was after his time. It was without rhyme. It all was not as it should be. Once, machines and stuffies had lived in harmony.
So from here, you want to make your way back into this area, and you want to start walking towards kind of the center here. There you'll see another Venus flytrap plant. I don't think it's a Venus flytrap, I can't remember what it's called. It's a pitcher plant maybe. Stomp your foot and scan the next pattern. From this one, so this is Egyptian 17 out of 30, make your way over to the back area of the map, and you want to change your head over for a bird head that allows you to make whistling noises. Once you've done that, you want to make your way back to the lake, and you will see across the other side there is another owl, and you want to mimic what the owl is whistling at you to get him to follow you. Now you need to lure him back towards the sewing machine where you were just earlier, and just to the kind of right of that area, a little bit beforehand, there is a banana that is stuck on top of the rock. So copy what I do on the screen, mimic the cries of the owl, and lure him to the banana. So once the owl has the banana, we're going to need to get him to move some monkeys out of the way. So stand by this brown branchy rock thing here and lure him to this particular corner. Once you've done that, you want to make your way towards the lake, but hang a right, and then you're going to go up this pathway. Go stand by the monkeys, and you want to give the owl a whistle, and this will bring him closer to the monkeys, getting ready to bait them away for a banana. Once you've done that, head down to the bottom and kind of go to the corner. So follow this path around. And you want to whistle at the owl so he comes down. And this will pull the monkeys out of the way. And once you've done that, you want to head up to where the monkeys were sat. As you're going up, take a right. You want to make your way up the path. On the right hand side, you're going to find the next pattern. And as you can see at the top of the screen, there is the next blueprint machine. So this is pattern number 18 out of 30. And then this is blueprint number 3 out of 4.
What was that? Oh, nothing.
Okay, so we're going to have to move forward quite a big chunk. So once you've done that one, make your way back down the hill. If you've got your wings equipped, make sure you fly so you can double time the movement. Make your way all the way down to the bottom of the hill. So go back up the way you came, and you want to make your way towards the sewing machine, and you want to take the right path. So fly towards this way, turn a right, follow this way all the way down until you reach a camp. And once you're in the camp, you kind of want to make your way
empty of life
a little bit further back along the right wall. You're going to find the next memory.
of those who had lived here. Stuffy's once roamed this landscape, made of every size and shape. Here they painted their caves, lived their lives, dug their graves. They lived off the land and they knew no despair, sheltered by the weavers that would help them repair. He had known them once, but had now forgotten. Only painted shapes remained the images stained. Blueprints of a life long lost and a fate ill-begotten.
Now from that memory, turn around, backtrack a little bit, and you can see the patch on the floor over here by this glowing mushroom. Scan this one. Once you've picked that one up, you want to look to the right and you want to make your way over to the back area. So look to the right, fly all the way over, just a little bit quicker. And then down to the right here by the tree, you will find another patch for you to scan, which is called Dad, which is a very strange name for a patch or a pattern. Turn to the left from Dad and then go into the cave, and you want to scan this cave, and this will unlock the achievement for finding all 3 caves within the jungle level. Once you've done that, you want to exit the cave and you want to backtrack, but stay on the right hand side. On the right hand side, you'll find a long path that you will need to follow. As you come to the end of this path, you want to take a very sharp right and you want to go up the hill. So make your way in, follow the pathway around, and at the end of the area, you can see just to the right here, very well hidden, a fern pattern. Once you've picked this one up, you want to fly out of this area. So come out and follow the path back in. And we're going to make our way down to the end, and there is the final blueprint machine of this level. To get to this blueprint machine, you must mimic the owl's whistle to get him off of the glitch plugin section hole thingy. So once he's moved, plug in glitch and complete the blueprint minigame for the last blueprint of this level and the achievement / trophy that is associated to it. Hey, once you've picked that one up, we're going to head up the hill. So head up this way. And as you come up to this sewing machine, you're going to want to swap over your stomping legs for your jumping legs. Now that you've got your jumping legs on, follow the pathway up. Once you hit the crossroad just here, you want to take a left, and down at the end you will find a pattern called Smoky. Once you scan this one, you want to backtrack down to where the crossroad just was, and you want to take a right this time, and you want to stay on the right hand side until you eventually reach a place where you can hop down to the next level. Once you've jumped down, you want to stay on the right hand side. Don't follow the path I take because I veer off a little bit. You can't quite access the area properly just yet for the collectibles. So follow the path down. Do not go to the left, go to the right. So here, as you can see, I make my mistake, realize I make a mistake and go back. Fly down the long path, and you want to keep going until you reach a open area where you will find the next pattern. Okay, so once you get into the area, you want to head your way towards this right piece here, and the actual pattern itself will light up. Scanning it will give you something called Jungle Fashion, which we will require to use on a snake later in the level. Once you've done that, you want to fly across this wooden bridge that is just in front of you. So cross the way over, get stuck on an invisible wall on the way across. And you want to swap your jumping legs back to some stomping legs. Once you've done that, we need to backtrack a little bit just to go get the next two collectibles and the memory also. So follow the path back down where you came, and just about halfway along you will spot a pitcher plant just in the corner. You want to head over to that one, stamp in front of it, and then you want to scan the contents of the pitcher plant. Once you've done that, you want to keep flying and you want to keep making your way back up. We're going to head into the area that I backed out of earlier. So follow the path. You want to stay on the right hand side and eventually you will turn off. Take another right once you're in here and you will find a memory at the end of this pathway.
This place was once knitted by the weavers, shaped with needle and thread, as a safe place from harm, lacking hostility or threat. But wool had turned traitor, attacked its creator. Or was the opposite true? Was it a matter of view? No, if wool had grown to hate metal, it would have had a reason. Metal machines had committed the treason. They had acted first. But why? What had happened? And could its effects be reversed?
Now that you have that memory, you want to make your way all the way around. So keep hanging a right. Follow the pathway around and you will find another pitcher plant at the end just here. Once you've done that, you want to make your way back towards the previous sewing machine that you just used. Now the next pattern will actually require you to solve a bit of a puzzle. So similar to the fireflies, we're going to actually do this with a moth this time. So look down into this area and you want Glitch to point his light at this particular mushroom. And what that will do is it causes the moth to fly from his current mushroom to the next one. Look to the mushroom to the left and do the same. And again. And then again afterwards. Make sure you move along the actual log itself as well just to help that along. Once he's at this one, you want to look to the other side. You want to shine it to the next mushroom and then to the next. And once you get his light on the final mushroom, he will move across to the pinky kind of orange one in the corner. Once you've done that, make your way across to him and you'll be able to actually scan him to get a very well hidden pattern called vein. Once you've done that, you'll see that there's a jaguar directly in front of you. I recommend having the wings just to make this a little bit faster. What you'll see is a monkey will come out and he will actually aggravate the jaguar. And once he's aggravated him, you want to fly past him. And at the back you will find a patch that you can scan to get the pattern called jaguar. Once you've done that, you want to backtrack. So once again, wait for the monkey to irritate the jaguar. Go past him and you want to go back to the sewing machine and you want to equip the jaguar skin that you've just acquired. This will stop the jaguar from having a go at you, and he will also follow you to scare a monkey off that is blocking your path forwards. Okay, so once the monkey has been scared off, you want to make your way into this area. Hang a left and you will see another pitcher plant in the top corner. You want to stomp your foot and you want to scan the pitcher plant to get another pattern. I believe this is pattern number 28. So we're getting close to the end now. So this is basic, which is a reference to me. Once you've done that, you want to head over to the sewing machine. Once you're on this one, you'll need to equip the skin called Jungle Fashion to allow you to get past the snake that you're about to encounter. So once you're looking fabulous, take a left from the actual sewing machine itself, make your way down the hill and you'll see the snake.
Right. Oh, well done. But to all snakes out there fashionable and well adorned, I'm in the market for a new pair of boots. So consider yourself warned.
Once you and the snake have become best friends for wearing matching outfits, make your way down to the river and you'll see a piranha jumping around. You need to scare the piranha off with your light, and once you've done that you want to cross over, and to your left you'll find another plant that you can stomp and scan. And then once you've done that, continue to the back area of this part and you'll see a bunch of vines that are covering a pathway. So this is rust number 29 out of 30, we're nearly done. Shine your light. And then on the other side of here you'll find your next memory, and that memory will bag you the achievement for finding 5 out of 5 memories in this level.
Glitch, that had not always been his name. As all insects, he too had once performed a function. Something intervened and created a malfunction. After 100 years of sleep, nothing was the same. He remembered. Seeing the light of the moon, the humming of a tune, all the stuffies that were living all their lives, all the insects that were hidden in their hives, peaceful and transcendent servility, a teacher singing order, and an overall tranquility. But even as this insight was injected, the dots stayed unconnected.
Okay, so now that's been done, we want to return. So we want to make our way back across to the sassy snake. And you want to head up to the hill. And we want to go back to where we were with the sewing machine. So make your way up. And once you're at that sewing machine, you want to swap over to jumping legs again. Once you've done that, you want to take a right by the lake and you want to follow the pathway up. As you're going up this hill, on the left hand side you will spot the final pattern of the game, and this pattern is called gold. This will give you 30 for 30 on the pattern front. This will bag you the achievement or trophy that is linked to this as well. Now once you hit here, you'll have to do a little hop up, and you want to keep following the path, and you will have to endure a very long-winded cutscene of Stuffy and Glitch running up a path. Enjoy.
Why would that machine's light pull at him, a small metal firefly? The time had come to find the answer that waited in the sky. Finally, Glitch would discover about his past, and his place in this world too, at long last. About why the machines acted in ways that did not rhyme. All of that and more after this long climb. And a long climb it is, isn't it? Are they there yet? Or now? Oh, why is this hill this tall? Gosh, there'd better be a spectacular view of the moon up there. Ah, finally there. Oh no, there is more. Oh.
And finally, once you reach the top, you want to make your way over to the cogs.
Isn't it?
You want to use your jumping ability to hop on the cog. Once you're on, you want to get Glitch to shine his lights to remove the vines, and this will cause the cogs to start floating upwards.
No longer tethered by metal-hungry vines, the gear was freed of its earthly confines. Slowly, but surely, they rose above the jungle and yellow desert in the distance below. Up and up, towards the moon's waning glow.
And once this cog stops moving, you want to hop over to the next cog, which will take you up even higher into the level.
Let us be happy that Stuffy's risk assessment is as sharp as his wit. You would not have made that jump, and you know it. All around was debris or a floating gear. Had some sort of explosion stranded all this here? What magnetism persuaded it to remain this high? The moon shone with light, but left Glitch in the dark, asking why. The floating gear led them to the dark side of the moon. A gigantic machine, its wheels slowly turning. Glitch felt they should find a way into the heart of the machine, and soon, to where the light was burning. The cart-like machine would take them deep into the cavernous construction. Glitch's heart fluttered as they entered a metal world without any instruction. Yet somehow he knew this place, even if he didn't know why, as if remembering a previous life, a time before he was a firefly.
Okay, now we're at the final section of the game. To finish this level, you will need to walk forward, and you'll have a very long cutscene. Once you're done, walk back to the gondola, and that will end the level. I've been Jurassic here from the Achievement Squad. If you find this guide useful, make sure you drop us a like, comment, and subscribe. Happy hunting!
Kindness was stolen. The heart of the world is missing. Danger! Danger! Once, Glitch had been part of this machine, but that was deep underground and not this sideways scene. As teacher together, they ruled this clockwork world made of metal through and through. Their song guided all machines to knit and care for woolen creatures, making all woolen fabric fit, creating new features, for that was its purpose true. Glitch was happy, home at last, but then 1,000 memories showed him the past. Something had gone wrong. A vital part of this machine had been stolen. Glitch was birthed. The teacher died and the world divided. Steel constructions oversaw the world's destruction. Insects that had been tasked to guard the meek turned on Stuffy's kind. They preyed on the weak. The metal insects reverted back to their most basic of function, not out of evil, but because of malfunction. The entire woolen world was stripped of its kind, as Glitch lay dormant and blind. There were 100 years of madness and 1,000 days of sadness. Now the last of woolen life, the insects too would scour, the machines out of control, until the heart returned, and then was made whole. The machine stuttered. It had spent its last bit of power. Kindness was stolen. The heart of the world is missing. Danger. Danger. This machine had waited 100 years with this last directive, giving Glitch an insurmountable objective. A difficult task was staring them in the face. They had to restore this entire machine, the heart of the world, to its rightful place. These tracks would have once led the carts underground. Where to now did you think it was bound? The cart flew off its tracks, and over it went. Stuffy and Glitch fell to the end of the jungle and into desert sand.